Andrew Jack is one of the most genetically gifted bodybuilders we've seen step on the Olympia stage in recent memory. Standing over 6 feet tall with an unbelievable combination of width, shape, and proportion, he brings back a look that reminds many fans of the golden era, just on a much larger scale. His shoulder-to-waist ratio is among the best in the game, and his muscle bellies are long, round, and full. The moment he walked into the IFBB scene, the buzz began. Is this guy the future of bodybuilding? His rise was fast. In just a couple of years, Andrew went from winning his pro card to stepping on the Olympia stage and cracking the top 6. That kind of momentum is rare, but here's the thing. When someone has that kind of structure and jumps into the pro ranks with that much hype, the expectations are sky high. Everyone sees the potential, and that's what this video is really about. Has Andrew Jack lived up to that potential yet? And what does he need to change if he wants to be crowned Mr. Olympia? Let's start by talking about his strengths, because they are undeniable. From the front, he's one of the most impressive physiques in the game. His front double biceps pose is one of the best. Wide clavicles, flaring lats, and a tight waist with just enough quad sweep to balance the look. His front lat spread is equally dominant, especially because he knows how to hit it in a way that emphasizes his frame and not his flaws. He's got those long, full muscle bellies that give his arms a round, aesthetic look, even though they may not be the absolute biggest on stage. His midsection is tight, which is increasingly rare in the modern era of bodybuilding, and that helps him keep his overall silhouette clean and classical. Where things start to fall short is from the back. His back double biceps pose still lacks the thickness and detail we see in the top 2 contenders, Derek Lunsford and Hadi Choopan. Derek's back is absolutely peeled. He has dense, layered detail all the way from the traps down to the glutes. Hadi may not be as wide as Andrew, but his density and separation more than make up for it. When Andrew turns around, the lines soften and the separation fades. The glutes aren't fully striated, the lower lats don't pop with the same kind of depth, and the hamstrings can look smooth when compared to the ultra-detailed legs of someone like Samson Dauda. And that's the real issue, conditioning. Andrew is big, he's wide, he flows incredibly well. But when you're on the Olympia stage, the difference between 5th and 1st often comes down to razor-sharp conditioning and the ability to maintain that hardness through every pose. In the 2023 Olympia, Andrew looked full and symmetrical, but next to guys like Derek, who looked carved out of granite, he simply didn't have that same wow factor from the back or side shots. And if you want to win the Olympia, your back poses can't be your weakness. They have to be a weapon. Now, some of this could be peaking. There's been speculation that Andrew hasn't nailed his peak yet at the Olympia, that he looks better either days before or after the show when he's a little flatter, drier, and tighter. And that could come down to water manipulation, carb timing, or sodium balance. Things that are notoriously hard to get exactly right when you're that big and still relatively new to the sport. He's still learning how his body responds to different prep strategies. If he and his team can figure out that formula and dial him in, we could be looking at a completely different result next time around. But conditioning isn't just about peaking, it's also about the prep itself. The question is whether Andrew is pushing hard enough, deep enough, and early enough in prep to get that grainy, dense look that the judges reward. And let's be honest, when you have the kind of shape and structure Andrew has, you can get away with being a little off and still place well. That might actually be hurting him in the long run. If you can take top 6 at the Olympia without going to the same dark places in prep that guys like Hadi and Derek live in, there may be less incentive to push that extra 5%. But that extra 5% is exactly what separates the top 2 from everyone else. Let's look at some of the other contenders. Derek Lunsford is smaller than Andrew in terms of height and overall mass, but his conditioning, muscular density, and balance are unmatched right now. He's arguably the most complete bodybuilder in the world today. Hadi Chupin brings insane hardness and separation. His only real knock is his structure, which isn't as pretty as Andrew's, but his muscle quality is on another level. Samson Dauda is another wild card. He has structure that can rival Andrew, and over the past 2 seasons, he's added both size and detail. He's one of the most dangerous guys on that stage, and he's improving faster than almost anyone. So where does that leave Andrew? Right now, he's a top 6 guy with top 2 potential. To make that jump, he needs 3 things: improved density in the back, sharper conditioning, especially in the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, and consistency in peaking. If he can bring all 3, we're talking about someone who can not only challenge for the title, but dominate the Olympia stage for years to come. One other area he could address is his posing. Andrew is already a good poser, but if he can evolve into a great poser, one who hides his weaknesses and emphasizes his strengths with even more creativity and transitions, he can control the narrative on stage. That matters more than most people think. Guys like Lee Labrada and Sean Ray made entire careers off of mastering the art of posing. Andrew has the structure and flow to pull it off, and the more he refines his stagecraft, the more dangerous he becomes. And let's not forget, Andrew is still relatively new to bodybuilding. He's in his late 30s, but has only been competing at the pro level for a few years. That means his muscle maturity still has room to develop, and he hasn't accumulated the dense, grainy look that comes with a decade of high-level training. That's both a weakness and a strength, because he's not beat up yet. His physique is still fresh, and as long as he stays healthy, there's no reason he can't keep improving for the next 5 years. At the end of the day, Andrew Jacked is one of the most exciting bodybuilders to watch right now. He brings something unique to the stage, an aesthetic, towering physique in an era dominated by shorter, thicker athletes. But if he wants to stand at the center of that Olympia stage with a sando in his hands, he's going to have to dig deeper than ever before. He has the tools. He has the structure. Now it's about doing the hard, gritty work to match the conditioning and detail of the current champions. If he does that, there's no limit to how far he can go, and we'll all be watching.